Yeah, this is the shit we're talking about today. I'm so sorry, Mom. Now, people who are disconnected from anime and its fandoms think anime is weird, and we only watch it for hentai and porn purposes. And they're right. Let's not act like they're wrong. They're right. You beat your meat to anime girls. But I won't judge you. I mean, your friends and family will, and depending on what you beat your meat to, I will too. But let's ignore that, because there's a whole genre of anime to beat your meat to. And it's called hentai. Ecchi. Ecchi anime. I'm not going to describe what it is, but if you don't know what it is, all you need to know is that ecchi anime is borderline hentai. And in this video, I'll be discussing which one is the best ecchi anime. I've been studying this for years, so I think I came up with the proper conclusion on which one is the best. And so the last anime I'll be talking about is what I consider to be the best ecchi anime. By the way, before I start this how to get disowned by your parents video, I just wanted to say that I'm not judging these animes on how good they are or how good the story is or whatever. I'm judging this on how big are the titties and how fat are the asses and how good are the sexy scenes in it. So although Food Wars and Kill la Kill are way better than any anime I'm gonna be talking about here, but their ecchi ain't good enough for what I'm about to discuss here. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm gonna be spitballing a whole lot of honorable mentions before I get to my number one ecchi. I'm gonna be going by them quickly because this video is about the best, not honorable mentions. But I have busted nuts to all of them. So let's start with Fairy Tail. Now, I actually haven't watched Fairy Tail, but I have watched many scenes from the show. So much so that I think I busted a nut to every girl in this anime. Lucy is the thickest girl, let's move on. Peter Grill. Now this show is fucking terrible. Peter has the IQ of a grandma with dementia and the story sucks too. But the ogres and Porky Pig be hot as fuck. And they actually be fucking in this show, so that's a W. High School of the Dead. Now I'm just gonna say, this anime has the hottest girls in it. They got zombies, titties that are in the Matrix, and a main character that hits women. He's just like me for real. Everything in this anime is hot as fuck. And that OVA episode, S tier content. God knows how many times I've watched that. Interspecies reviewers. Now this show gets extra credit because they actually show the sex scenes in this anime. How does this anime separate itself from hentai? I don't know, and I don't fucking care. There's at least 2 sex scenes every episode, and I bust a nut to every single one of them. S tier shit, Lava Girl, best girl. High School DxD. Now, I'ma need a minute to talk about this. This is easily the most overrated ecchi I've ever seen. In fact, it's not even in my honorable mentions. I'm only mentioning it because it needs to be said. High School DxD is mid. Now, I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm not saying it's good either. I've watched 3 seasons of this show and all of the OVAs, and each season it felt like it was getting worse and worse. Season 1 I liked, season 2 was and season 3 I straight up hated. And the people who say the story is good in this anime are either fucking brain dead or have only watched garbage all their lives. The story isn't good. People only think it's good because the actual story is valued more than the ecchi in the show, which is this anime's downfall. I didn't click on this show for a story. I clicked on this show because I want titties in my face. The fuck? I only give this show points because the boobas are uncensored. Riaz, Akano, blue-haired girl, and Kaneko are pretty cool characters, but every other character on the show I either hate or don't give a fuck about. Like, Issei is meh. The main thing that annoys me about him is that he never seals the deal with any of the girls. Like, he should have fucked at least one of these girls a long time ago, especially Exovia, because she's literally begging for it. He's not acting like an actual teenage hormone-induced male would act in a situation like he's in. And this leads me to a thing that most fan service anime suffer from, and it's what I like to call the ecchi funny moment. If you don't know what that is, it's basically you get cucked as a joke. Let me tell you an example. So let's set up a scene where the main character and a girl are alone in a room with each other. And then the girl gets horny out of nowhere and seduces the main character. And then our main character is like, oh gosh, oh golly gee, this is really happening. I'm finally gonna have intercourse with a girl instead of my Chinese blow-up doll and Uncle Rick. And right before something's about to happen, oh no, someone walks in all surprised yelling like, the fuck are you guys doing? And everything's awkward. Repeat for the whole series. What's funny about this? Like, who laughs at this? Is the joke that the main boy and us as an audience get blue-balled? I ain't laughing at this. My balls still hurt to the amount of times that High School DxD and 2 Love Ru do this. The joke is never funny. Stop doing this. Stop! And to the amount of shit I just talked about High School DxD, I haven't even gotten to the worst part of it. Oh my god, who's the dumbass who shoved a cum sock in her pussy for this shit to come out? She is easily the most annoying, cock-blocking bitch in this show. She is the main reason why this show is not good. She's always blue-balling Issei from Ria, saying shit like, "No, Issei's mine, you can't have him." Bro, if you don't get your little ugly ass out here, man. And she's always blue-balling him because they all live in the same house together. Like, if I woke up to her every morning, every day I'm waking up like Chris Breezy. I woke up Chris Breezy. The show would legit be better if she wasn't in it. And most of season 3 was about saving her. And that was the most boring shit ever. Bro, I hate her. Why save her? And every time they thought she died, I was laughing my ass off. Like, I knew they wouldn't actually kill her off, but a man can dream. Asya is hot garbage. And she's the main reason of many reasons why High School DxD is mid. Hey nigga, you've been talking for so long that I forgot what this video is even about. Just say what's the best ecchi anime already, nigga, I got kids to feed. Okay, I'll tell you. The best ecchi anime, in my opinion is always fact, so objectively, the best ecchi anime is The Testament of a Sister New Devil. My nigga, this is the embodiment of what ecchi anime needs to be like. But before we go balls deep into this, let me tell you the basic synopsis of this anime. I'm just gonna read the My Anime List summary about this because I thought it was kind of funny. Running into your new stepsister in the bathroom is not the best way to make a good first impression, which Basara Tojo learns the hard way. When his father suddenly brings home 2 beautiful girls and introduces them as his new siblings, he has no choice but to accept into his family the Naruse sisters, busty redhead Mio and petite silver-haired Maria. But when these seemingly normal girls reveal themselves as demons, Mio, the former demon lord's only daughter, and Maria, her trusted succubus servant, Basara is forced to reveal himself as a former member of a clan of heroes, sworn enemies of the demons. However, having begun to care for his new sisters, Basara instead decides to protect them with his powers and forms a master-servant contract with Mio to keep watch over her. Alright, so it's basically, what are you doing, step bro? The anime. And that master-servant pact mentioned in the summary is the icing on top for this anime. This is what carries it to number 1. So the master-servant pact is a magic that combines 2 souls together, Basara being the master and Mio being the servant. It's supposed to help with both the user's magic, but when doing the spell, Maria did a little trolling and made the spell different. She made it that the only way Mio can get more powerful is when a collar magically appears around Mio's neck, making her horny, and then Basara has to take responsibility. Because he's the master, right? And that collar can appear at any time, so if she's at school and that happens, Basara has to take responsibility right then and there. And that does happen! You see why I fucking love this? That's what all ecchi anime should be doing. They should put ecchi in their power systems. If DxD did that, it would have been way better. I walked into this anime thinking it was gonna be a DxD clone, and it low-key kind of is, but it's way better. Let's talk about the main character who's a fucking badass. He's not like bitch-ass Issei who gets scared when he gets into these sexual situations. Nah, he fucks them with serious intent. Like, look at him. He even looks like the Chad version of Issei. Let me tell you something that happens at the end of season 1 real quick. So everyone is fighting this villain guy that Mio has beef with because he killed her parents. And then the villain dude is like, I shitted on your mom when I killed her. And then Mio's like, what? And then she goes all Super Saiyan. She's about to kill him, and then Basara comes out and says some gay ass shit. He's like, no, don't kill him. If you kill him, that will make us as bad as he is. What? This dude killed her family. He's also killed villages of innocent people. It will not make you as bad as he is. This dude deserves to die. And Mio falls back and listens to him. Man, that shit pissed me off. But wait, I'm about to get to the good part. So a few minutes later, we cut to the villain dude in the dungeon locked up because he got defeated. Then Basara and his homie walk in and the villain dude is like, yo, thank you for not letting her kill me back there. I owe you a huge debt. And then Basara's all like, oh no, I'm gonna kill you. I just want her to not lose control of her powers and go crazy and whatever. And I also didn't want her to kill anybody because I'm such a good big brother. Me and my homie right here are gonna kill you right now. Wait, what? That's what I'm talking about, Basara. That's what I'm fucking talking about. He's a badass inside and out. He's the type of man to call the IRS and say, no, you owe me money, and they will listen to him. He screams Black Air Force energy, man. And the girls in this show, Zooey mama, they hot as fuck. I am so happy for the lack of lollies in this show. Every girl in this show are busty whamming. Oh, what about Maria? Oh wait, she got a MILF form, no need to worry. Of course his harem stacks up as the series goes on and literally everyone gets a scene. Everyone in the movie is S-tier content. Like, it literally starts and ends in an orgy scene. Like, how can you not nut to this anime? And the story's actually good too. Like, the first season is about Mio and the villain guy, and the second season is a tournament arc. But unlike DxD, the ecchi in this show does not slow down for anything. Not for story, not for plot progression. It does not slow down. Like, there's at least one sexy scene every episode, and they're all S-tier, and they're all long. This anime is a walking W, and I haven't even mentioned the best part yet. The nurse gotta be the hottest girl in anime. Period. Like, this ain't no joke anymore. Like, if I had a choice between world peace and her farts in my mouth, I'm picking her farts in my mouth. Like, they did not have to draw her as fine as she is, man. And since she's the best thing to come out this show, let's talk about the OVA. So the first half of the OVA is Maria taking responsibility of Mio. And yeah, that was hot and shit, I busted a nut, but that's not the main focus. So the second half of the OVA, the nurse calls Basara over to her house for some help with, I don't remember, washing dishes, I don't know. Anyways, he comes over, and by the way, I failed to mention that the nurse and Basara never had a scene yet. So when she's there, she reveals that the reason that she brought him over was because she wanted romantic advice because a student asked her about that. And she was never in a relationship, so she wanted to practice on Basara. And Basara is like, hell yeah! And they start fucking. Now I'm probably not going to show this in the video for obvious reasons, but when I watched that, I don't think I've ever busted a fatter nut. That shit must have been what they were fighting for in the Holy Grail War, because that shit was amazing. Before I watched that OVA, I had 3 big nuts. First was Margot Robbie in The Wolf of Wall Street. Second was the Kanye West Fade music video. And the third was that one Jessica Bangkok video. Those were my big 3. But now, after watching that OVA, we have a mighty 4. Great stuff. Great stuff. Yeah. Alright, I feel like I've gotten the point across on what makes this the best ecchi anime. This video is already long enough and I've been busting nuts ever since I started writing it. Please watch Testament of Sister New Devil. It's even on Crunchyroll uncensored when you watch it dubbed. There's no excuse not to watch it. There's 2 seasons, a movie, a few OVAs, and it's worth every second. Comment below what anime makes you bust the fattest nuts, and like and subscribe to support black business. In conclusion, I haven't seen the sun in so long, please help.